Hello there. For this video, we're going to look at my various Star Wars helmets and one hat that I have. These are not the whole collection. I can't fit them all on this table. And I'm actually not going to start with any of these. I'm going to start with the first one that I got. It's probably also I'll just call it the most inexpensive one that I have. But, so we'll just go and look at these different helmets and look at the different features for each one. And we'll start where I kind of started this back in the mid-90s. Alright, so this is actually the first helmet that I got from my collection. And I got it probably like 1995, I want to say. I got it actually off of QVC back in the day. They used to do like Star Wars nights, like Mark Hamill would be in there for a couple hours, or Steve Sansweet most often, and they'd have all kinds of different collectible items. And this was one of them. This is actually a Don Post helmet. They had a license back in the day, and okay, so it's probably not the most accurate, but it's a decent enough helmet. You know, it wasn't very expensive. It's made of plastic, and but it's pretty decent. It's actually a two-piece helmet. I'll show you here where it comes apart like this. So we have, whoops, put that there. So you have the main mask here, and it's held on by Velcro. And you can look in here, and it says on here, it says copyright 20th Century Fox Corporation, Star Wars masks, Don Post Studios, and a nice warning here. I don't know if you can see it. It says here, do not use a safety helmet. And but then here's the other part of it here. It says the same thing, writing there. And you have the Velcro on the top. So it's a simple two-piece helmet. Like I said, you know, I'd probably like to upgrade it with like a Black Series, because they did a really good Vader. Or, you know, go some high-end. I mean, Lenovo's made a really nice one. But don't think I'd be able to get that one. It doesn't look like everything on their website right now is just interest list, which is a shame. I mean, they're so backlogged for other people. I mean, you can go on RPF and read the horror stories some of those guys had. I mean, I'm fortunate that I had no issues with anything that I purchased from Lenovo's. But enough of that rant. But again, so here's your Darth Post Vader. And so, you know, it's a decent enough helmet. You know, it was pretty cheap. And so we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so here's the next helmet in my collection. This is from Lenovo's. This is one of the first offerings they had. I actually got this for $350. It was an entire kit. So it came with the assembled helmet and the entire suit of armor. And so this is the A New Hope. This is basically the stunt helmet. If you watch, they made two types of armor in the movie. One was the stunt that you see here. The other is what they call the hero armor. And that was kind of for, you see, that's the one that Luke and Han are filmed in when during the movie, because they're close to the camera, or any other troopers that were really kind of close to the camera. These guys were more the background. If you want to know the difference, I mean, one of the big ones is the lenses. These are flat, and they have a green tint, and the hero armor has bubble lenses, so they kind of protrude out a little bit. If you go to the 501st website and you go to the CRLs, their list of requirements for each type of armor, and you look up the A New Hope stunt or the A New Hope hero, you can see the differences in the helmet. But again, this is a really nice piece. It's ABS plastic, so it's very, very light. This also came in a kit that Anovos made, and but you know, this one came assembled, and but you know, it's really nice. As you'll notice here in the back, it's not symmetrical at all. It's very asymmetrical, and I'll tell you some more stuff in a minute with that. But this is the you know, it's definitely the look. It definitely mirrors the original helmet's design with that asymmetrical look, because those were not symmetrical at all. And again, it's really nice. These did come originally, I'm going to show the inside in a second, but it came with a hard hat rigging like this inside, and it wasn't the greatest. I mean, it was okay. I guess it was serviceable. Definitely one of the modifications I made was to the inside of this helmet was I took padding you use in the middle. We use in like Kevlar helmets. These are adjustable pads that you can see in there. And this is a Velcro coin. I had one there. It was just pushing my face a little too close to the front, so I took it out, and it works a lot better this way. But these are all adjustable. You can put it in, pretty much customize it to what you would like. This is the foam pieces. So these work really, really well, and they stay in there quite well. But if you can see, again, this isn't very round, and it's really kind of difficult to put on your head. But I'll show you. I use this mannequin piece for another item I'll show coming up is my officer hat. But so if you notice, if you try to put it on like this, it's not going to work. And even if you notice in the scene when Luke goes to rescue Leia, when he goes to take off his helmet after she says, "Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?" You know, just before he goes, "I'm Luke Skywalker, I'm here to rescue you." The way he turns his head to pull the helmet off, to twist the head. They call it the TK twist, and I'll show you. So it won't go on this way. You have to put it on sideways and then turn as it comes down, and that's how it fits on. And you do the same thing for coming off, like that. So, but again, so this was, this is my standard TK helmet, and again, this is one I really like. It does look great. It's very comfortable to wear with the modifications, and especially the fact that it's ABS plastic and it's very, very light. So if you're going to use it for costuming, it's definitely worth it for that. But so that's pretty much wraps this one up. So let's take a look at the next one. Alright, so here's my one and only Black Series helmet that I currently own. And it's obviously the Kylo Ren, and that was one of their first ones they did like this with the voice changing helmets. And pretty tough to get now. Well, I don't say tough to get, but it's very expensive, and I was really kind of shocked at that. It's a decent helmet, don't get me wrong. I really do like it. It's a very good look. Again, not the most accurate one. There's other vendors out there probably make more accurate ones. And but it's good. It's got some good weathering effects on it. It's got this seam because it's a two-part helmet that unfortunately, I've seen some people like on the replica prop forum that have made this a passable thing for like trooping in, but it's decent enough, and it does have a good the voice changer here. I do have batteries in it, see if it works. So you have it there. I don't think it's going to pick up my voice right now, but it does kind of modulate your voice a bit, and it's pretty cool. The kids really like it, so they'll run around with this every so often. But it's a decent helmet. Here, I'll show you the inside. It does have a hard hat rigging kind of thing, but it's better than the one that came in my Novos TK helmet. And there's this nose guard here. It's pretty tight fit, but it does fit me. I mean, but it's pretty tight. So you have here, that's where the batteries go here, right on the top. Here's another good look at that seam. Yeah, you can fill that in. I mean, I don't need to. I mean, I primarily just use this for display. But I always like this helmet. You know, it's obvious the Darth Revan influence they had on this. But, you know, I'm okay with that until I can get a decent Revan helmet. I'll tell you, if Black Series makes a Revan helmet, Hasbro, if you're listening, there's a way you can take my money. But so that's pretty much it for this one. And so my next helmet, quote unquote, isn't actually a helmet, and we'll take a look at it now. Okay, so this one here is, well, it's obviously not a helmet, but I'm putting it in here just because of its accuracy and stuff. I like it. This is another Novos product. This was actually a birthday gift for me a few years back. It's the Imperial Officer Hat, and so you can see it's when Novos actually came out with these, I saw like a promo for this. They really went back and they sourced, like, got the materials just right, the dimensions. They had access to all this stuff, which is great for licensed products that they do that. But it's definitely it's got a good feel. I've worn it a few times. I generally just keep it on this mannequin head now, but I mean, you can look even inside. Looks good. Yes, I have a big head, but so you know, it's got this nice satin kind of feel inside, and they have the stitches and everything in here. This looks really good, and it's, like I said, it's a nice one. I would love to get the black one as well. They did a Rogue One, so it has like the Imperial symbol for this part. It actually comes with both. And like I said, unfortunately, with the Novos right now, every Star Wars item they have is on wish list. And again, I wouldn't buy direct from them just because you have to give them all the money right up front. I mean, granted, this is $60. This hat was, so it's not too bad. But I mean, you have people. If you can read there's some stuff in the replica prop forums, the stories about them, and it's like there's class action lawsuits, and it's just really ugly, and it's kind of a shame because their stuff is just really good quality. And but I don't want to get on another rant from them, even though I have 2 more Novos products to show. But again, like I said, it's really good quality and everything, but you know, that's just kind of a shame. But there are other people you can go to, look around online. There are other vendors. It's just that they're not licensed. But anyway, so let's move on to the next one that I have here, and I'll bring it right up. All right, so here is my First Order Stormtrooper bucket. This is another one from a Novos. And I actually did not get this from a Novos. I actually got it off of eBay. It's their standard line. So this is ABS plastic. But unlike my original trilogy TK, this one feels more solid. But I will point out, if you get the First Order Stormtrooper helmet, that the Black Series one that's out now, I would say there's a couple, like Only One Kenobi and Paul's Collectibles have really good reviews on those helmets. There are some differences. If you look, that helmet, it's a little thinner, and it's a style from The Last Jedi. The helmet itself is a little thinner. It almost looks a little more skull-like, but it also has the teeth ridges like my A New Hope, or my regular TK has, but they're in black. That was something they added to that movie. This is based off The Force Awakens. And again, I mean, say what you want about the movies, those movies. That was something I really, I still like the movies, and I love the look of the Stormtroopers. For you think it's 30 years in the future, and they have, an updated look. I think, what was it, when they were designing them for The Force Awakens, somebody was like, well, what if you went to Apple and had them design a Stormtrooper helmet, and this is what they came up with. And I really do like it. I think it's a nice, like, you're seeing like an evolution of technology and stuff for them. But again, I'll give it a quick looker on the sides. It's very sleek. Again, this one for your head, it goes straight on, straight off. You don't have to do the TK twist, anything like that. It's just, it's very, it's more symmetrical, and it's just a good, helmet. It's very clean lines, and it's just a really well done look. And Anovos did a fantastic job on these. Oops. The one thing is, again, this one had the hard hat rigging in it. Like this. They actually did improve it from the original, but I went and took it out again, and I put in the pads for this. The one thing with this helmet, it's much bigger, so when I put it on my head, there's definitely there's definitely more room in it. So I would I don't know, I might find a different option, maybe some bigger padding for it, but I do definitely prefer the pads to the hard hat rigging. Again, it's really, it's a nice, it's a nice piece here. Bring it in here, you can see, it's all plastic, but it's definitely very solid and well built in the mouthpiece. And like, there's some teeth ridges in here for, like I said, for the Last Jedi version. And they did make a Premier line version of this in fiberglass. I can only imagine how heavy that thing is. Like I said, this is for people in the 501st, I would say, if you're going to troop, this is definitely ABS plastic's probably a lot better. Like my TK original Stormtrooper one, which I have trooped in, is very light compared to some other helmets that I've seen, and it's so much more comfortable to wear for a long period of time on your, wearing that armor anyway is not very comfortable to begin with. And it's the fact that, if you're going to do something, you have a heavy helmet on your head as well, it would be, it's just rough. But again, this is just a really nice look, and I really like this helmet because I just love the look of the troopers for this, and I'm really glad to add this one to my collection. And so now we'll go on to my last helmet, and so take a look at it now. Okay, so this is the last helmet in my collection, and it is, I would say, if I'm ranking them, this one is my absolute favorite. I really love the Mandalorian. It's such a fantastic show, and to have this helmet, this is the Premier line from Anovos as well. And this was actually one of my first videos for my channel under the Matt's Collection, where this was the first video I did because I couldn't take pictures of it and post it to the Jedi Defender forum, so I decided to make a quick video and just post it to YouTube. And it's kind of what spawned me doing this, because I have a lot of fun doing this stuff. And so here's the helmet itself. This one is fiberglass compared to the ABS plastics one. So, and we'll give it a look. It's just such a great look. The craftsmanship on it is really well done. You have some like weathering here along the ridge there, and along the ears and stuff. That's really good. The Black Series one is very nice. I've seen some reviews. Again, another one, Only One Kenobi and Pulse Collectibles have both done reviews. I highly recommend. Check out their channels. They're really great guys, and they have some really diverse stuff. And but they have the Black Series one, and that one's really neat too. I love the the added one on the side where you can have the lamp. So that's really cool. I mean, this one obviously doesn't have that, but you know, this one's just, I mean, this is like I said, it's my Cadillac of helmets, and I just love the look and the craftsmanship on it. This one didn't come with a hard hat rigging. This one came with a series of padding. Get that out of the way for a second here, and I'll look inside. So the inside is lined really well, and it's very comfortable actually. And as you can see here, you can see that it just says it says Star Wars Novos, made in the USA. This was they made in their Texas facility. It was another reason I decided to grab it, go after it. I also did not buy from a Novos directly. I went through a Big Bad Toy Store, so I only had to pay like a small deposit and wait for it to come in. Oh, look at that weathering there. It's just so cool. I mean, this is like something, you know, it's like, you know, that's one thing I've always loved about Star Wars, is it's not very clean. Everything is very lived in. And this helmet is a good example, you know. And, but man, it's just that visor. It's got a two-paned visor, so you can't really see in it. You know, unless I do that, you can put a light source in the back, but you can't really see the person's face when they're wearing it. But man, it is just so cool. And this one's a lot heavier, and I'd like to make the rest of the suit someday. That would be kind of cool to do. But yeah, it'd be cool to see that out there, and I just wouldn't know which version to make. You know, the full Beskar, or the one you see in the first 2.5 episodes of the series. But that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Thanks for watching. I probably got a little long here, and but again, thanks so much. I hope you liked it. Is helmet collecting something you like to do? Leave a comment below. Leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe and join this community I'm trying to grow. And I'd love to have you, and love to hear your opinions on just about everything. And you know, it's been a lot of fun, so, and I'd like to keep doing it and reach out to more people, so it'd be great to have you with us. So thanks so much for watching, and this is The Way.
Remember, the Force will be with you always. The Force will be with you.